So, if you weren't already aware, former Democratic Representative Tulsi Gabbard has endorsed Donald Trump. 4 years ago, Tulsi Gabbard pursued the Democratic nomination for President of the United States. So from seeking the Democratic nomination for President of the United States to endorsing Donald Trump, the forefront of what the current Republican Party stands for, needless to say, there's been quite the switch up. But this revamp isn't out of the ordinary, as there's been quite a bit of realignments during this election process. So in this video, I'll go through the 3 most preternatural endorsements of Donald Trump. Hi, my name is Francis. Welcome to the Crude Truth. Without further ado, I present to you the truth about Donald Trump and his endorsements. Yesterday, Tulsi Gabbard endorsed Donald Trump's bid for President of the United States.
The truth is, as we head towards our decision as a country in November, the same cannot be said about Kamala Harris, and closer to the brink of nuclear war than we ever have been before.
Tulsi Gabbard is a Samoan American who served on the U.S. House of Representatives from Hawaii's 2nd District. She's also the first Samoan American to be a voting member in Congress. As I mentioned before, she was a candidate for the Democratic nomination of President of the United States, but she eventually lost to Joe Biden. But I will admit, she did put on a show at the Democratic presidential debate.
Congresswoman Gabbard, I'll give you a chance to respond.
What Senator Harris is doing is unfortunately continuing to traffic in lies and smears and innuendos because she cannot challenge the substance of the argument that I'm making, the leadership and the change that I'm seeking to bring in our foreign policy, which only makes me guess that she will, as president, continue this.
Well, Tulsi's sudden diversion isn't as short term as you might think. She's been seen on several occasions publicly criticizing members of the Democratic Party, from Kamala Harris to Obama to Hillary Clinton, which I think is justified, but that's a video for another day. So it was clear that Tulsi didn't always agree with the methods and policies of her fellow Democrats. But following her defeat in the 2020 election, Tulsi left the House of Representatives in 2021, and more of her views on subjects like abortion and the border became more conservative. And a year later, in October 2022, Tulsi declared that she'd be leaving the Democratic Party in favor of being an independent. This is primarily due to her discordance with many Democratic views. This transposition in political standings likely played an overarching role in her decision to endorse Donald Trump. I've already talked about RFK's endorsement of Donald Trump in a previous video, so if you want to go check that out, click here or go check it out for yourself. The link will be in the description below. And guys, we are so close to 100 subscribers. I know this is a bit early in the video, but I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. We are almost to 100 subscribers. We are 19, 18 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. And take note, there will be a big video planned for that. So yeah, now let's get back to the video. A couple of days ago, RFK Jr. decided to endorse Donald Trump. This sparked loads of controversy because the Kennedy lineage had been mostly associated with the Democratic Party. As I just mentioned, I discussed RFK's endorsement of Donald Trump in a previous video. What I failed to mention is why. What's the underlying reason RFK Jr. decided to leave the Democratic Party? Well, it's the Democratic Party. In today's political world, the Democratic Party is known as the Progressive Party. And you know what's not progressive? Anti-vaccine sentiment. RFK Jr. has a lot of political views that contradict the political spearhead of the Democratic Party. Democrats shunned him because he had opposing views to theirs. I get it that they're trying to protect their party's branding and whatnot, but practically exiling someone because they have contradicting views to yours isn't very democratic in all honesty. To call yourselves the Democratic Party, party of progress, the Progressive Party, and not even take into consideration someone else's point of view and how they think, really makes me wonder if you should be able to delegate this label of endearment. However, this wasn't the only reason. Democrats viewed RFK Jr. as a roadblock in Biden's re-election campaign. Essentially, they viewed him as a plausible contender. They believed that RFK Jr. would draw votes away from Biden and keep battleground states. They also believed that he'd force the attention away from him. J.D. Vance is Trump's VP pick for this election. And honestly, I have no idea even to this day, and it's been over a month, but I still have no idea why Trump chose J.D. Vance as his VP. Well, that's a lie. It's because he thought he was running against Biden. But still, he could have chosen a VP pick that appealed to a certain constituent, so by the time that Biden eventually did drop out, he'd be able to contend better than he is now. See, the thing with JD is that before he selected Trump's VP, he hated Trump. He called him an idiot, he called him reprehensible, he even called him America's own Hitler. He wrote a book slandering him. But when Trump chose him as his VP, he said that he had always been by his side. He threw away his opinion in favor of Trump. See, that's not what I find risible. What I find funny is that he's willing to compromise who he is and what he stands for as a man, campaigning beside and advocating for a man who he hates. Well, I mean, people are capable of change, but the bottom line is he's willing to give up his dignity just so he can have a future in Republican politics. I mean, do what you have to do, but don't compromise yourself and your values in the process. So, what do I think? Personally, I think the Democratic Party should stand by its name. It's called the Democratic Party for a reason. It's the party of progress. It's a progressive party, as I said before. And if they're just willing to shun people because they want this certain guy to be president so they won't tarnish their reputation as a party, it's just not democratic. It's really, that's what I think about the whole situation. As you can see, I do not like JD fans. I am not a fan of people who compromise themselves and their morals just so they can fit in with this other crowd of people who will most likely end up betraying them, stabbing them in the back at the end of the day. So that's what I think. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It is absolutely insane how fast we're growing. I think we can hit 100 subscribers by, let's say, next week if possible. So make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you to this commenter who gave me the idea to talk about this. I really appreciate the comment. I'll see you guys in the next video with the truth. The crude truth.